Evening, Media Nation. My name is Mark Feeling Good Fielding, and welcome to Media Wars, bringing you the latest on our favourite industry in support of you beautiful people, the content creators and filmmakers alike. We are joined by our spokesperson for documentary and reality shows.
Well, hello and good morning, everyone.
We also have TV.
Yes.
Okay. And finally we have cinema.
Hey!
Welcome to the show, guys. If you don't mind, I'd like to jump straight into it by just asking to get an idea of what's currently happening in the world of media right now. Firstly, cinema, why don't we start with you? How did you find your way into the industry?
Well, my voice was originally tailored for the porn industry, where I had sex with many ladies. They used to call me the audible orgasm. In fact, the last radio show I was on, we got a lucky female caller to sit on her Dolby speaker at home while I vocally penetrated her vagina. Following that incident, a Hollywood exec tracked me down and I started my awesome career as an announcer. They said it gave a whole new meaning to the words, coming soon.
Okay. Moving on, TV, big break. Advice to newcomers, not virgins, I mean filmmakers and...
Yes, well, my papa is actually close friends with Rupert Murdoch, so I didn't have to waste my time working for it like one of those scummy working-class degenerates.
You're joking, of course.
No. Quite frankly, Mark, people find it hard to tell with my hatred for the poor and plain emotionless voice. Then again, it matches my personality, which is why I work for the BBC. I would like to add that it has absolutely nothing to do with my wife who's just recently left me. Do you hear me, Victoria? I totally couldn't give a shit.
Whoa, language, please, guys. It's not exactly post-watershed quite yet. Documentary and reality TV. You must have an interesting story.
Certainly. Following my probation for my late-night voyeuristic sleuthing activities, I was put on a prescription of tranquilizers, which resulted in a freakish ability to sound morbidly boring while somehow remaining relentlessly inquisitive. The way in which someone can cook the same thing and buy houses again and again and again does not make me want to commit suicide at all.
Why don't we move on to what's happening in each of your arenas as they look today? What positions are becoming available? What's in at the moment?
Anal.
Cinema, dude, in cinema.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I almost jizzed in my pants when they told me where to expect about 29 more Marvel and DC comic superheroes, along with a big list of prequels, sequels, adaptations, and remakes clogging up the list until 2020. We're running out of ideas for Transformers 5 at the moment, but who needs story when you've got lots of money?
Until 2020. Okay, TV. The good news for originality comes from you, surely, doesn't it? I mean, writers like Robert McKee are calling this the golden era for TV. We've had Breaking Bad, Homeland, and now Orange is the New Black. This is great stuff. What's next?
Well, none of that matters now. It was part of an elaborate distraction campaign that allowed us the time we needed to regurgitate and commission Doctor Who, Sherlock, and more period dramas. The last thing we should be promoting in this country is drug culture and foreigners. Don't you think, Mark?
What the You're saying as soon as we start moving forward, we take a giant leap back? We've had those shows for years. I mean, isn't it time to let some of them die with grace before they get crucified? Like, I don't know.
Spider-Man 3?
What's that? Have you had that the whole time?
This is our very own legend hit list. Every year we set out to destroy some cult classics for a bit of fun.
Oh, come on, Mark. We all have one.
You're kidding.
We had a poster made reading, "In a world where originality has no hope and each industry fights to wipe its ass all over your favorite films of all time."
Desecrating the remains of your childhood classics.
And generally not giving a shit whilst paradoxically unable to understand why we're losing money and viewers by doing so.
Look at this list. There's loads. What have you done? Look at some of the stuff you guys have destroyed. Terminator, RoboCop, Indiana Jones. Seriously, how do you live with yourselves? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Star Wars. You already won destroying that one, and now you want to pour salt on the wound?
A new challenge has surfaced. To prove our power, we're going to resurrect it after having killed it, then kill it again. We aim to set the bar for the next terrible Paul Anderson Resident Evil movie.
Wow.
Wait. Have you guys got it all backwards or something? You're supposed to make things better, not worse.
Oh, Mark. You're not seriously suggesting these so-called fans are looking forward to the new Batman vs. Superman film, are you?
Yes? I'll take a look at your list. Even that's piled high full of shows that have been brought back from the dead.
Very well. Name one.
Blind Date,
Name another.
Gladiators,
Any more?
Krypton Factor, Blockbusters, Price is Right. At least a few new gems come out of X Factor and Britain's Got Talent every now and then, but have you guys ever considered ditching some abominations like, I don't know, The Only Way is Essex?
We like that one. Granted, we didn't want it infested with the scum of the working class, so we created Made in Chelsea.
Where you fill it with the scum of the spoilt brats of the middle class instead. Don't either of you ever think you may be promoting as well as catering to the morons out there a little too much? You know what? Let's just move on with the show. Let's talk about education and interns.
The who?
You know, the ones who work for free all the time, trying to work with us fetching our teas, coffees, and the occasional driving job. The ones whose CVs we use when we run out of toilet paper.
Oh.
Tell you what, if all the time we spend filling out every single box and carefully adjusting CVs is outdated, what would you prefer them to do? I'll tell you what, that's a good question. Let's try and claw this back. What makes a strong CV?
Strong paper?
A good pen? Black ink on white paper?
No. Oh, I'm talking skills. The opening statement, cover letter, online presence, existing work, what?
Have an awesome voice.
Okay. Yeah, a sense of personality, an eagerness to stand out.
No, just have an awesome voice. Like mine.
The more devoid of a personality, the better. Working until they're blue in the face on their own or as part of a team and a 2-1 on a degree. But it has to be made clear that they unlearn/ignore everything they've ever learnt and be prepared to sacrifice their dignity to act as footstools and gophers for execs to rest their feet on. Oh, and not to be rude as to ask for us to pay them anything. That reminds me, mine's getting quite dirty lately. I need to fire her.
So basically, educated homeless people, slaves. Well, cheers, that's really inspiring.
Oh, Mark, if I may, can those of you, the listeners, that is, living outside London, please stop wasting our time? I mean, you should be grateful we don't pay you anything. Look at it this way. If you're earning money, you'll only go spending it on rent, bills, food.
Repaying the copious student loans they've racked up, transport, debts, etc. Yeah, just for a chance to work with you lot whilst crippling the economy once again. Yeah, not bad. I'll tell you what, let's take a look at some of these job listings ourselves, shall we? I pulled some of these out from your websites earlier. Let's have a look. I just want to read some of these out to our listeners as you've listed them, and you tell me if they're paid or not. Here we are. Chance to work alongside an award-winning director with
Unpaid.
food and expenses covered whilst offering the chance to develop your showreel.
Unpaid.
Seeking an assistant on a fully funded shoot offering IMDb credits and exposure on...
Oh, that one's actually paid.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. That's unpaid as well.
You know what? Fuck it, let's go to the phones. We've got Alec Guinness on the line? Seriously? I thought he was dead. Okay, well, yeah, put him through, I guess. Go ahead, caller. You're live on Media Wars.
You can't win, Cinema. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Oh God, not this guy. Look, Alec, for the last time, we can't give you a part in the new Star Wars film. Firstly, you're dead. Secondly, you never washed your beard.
Be careful, Mark. The media scare easily, but they'll soon be back, and in greater numbers.
Okay, cheers, Alec. Next call. We have a Glenn Quagmire on the line. Ready? Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, I'd like to order a large Hawaiian. The pizza, not an actual Hawaiian. That's just ridiculous.
Whoa, hang on. So now we've gone from dead actor Alec Guinness to fictionalised cartoon characters from Family Guy. And by the way, pal, this is a radio show, not a pizza restaurant.
What the hell's Family Guy? What did you just say, Alec Guinness? If you guys are talking about the next Star Wars, can you cast a Princess Leia with bigger jugs? I mean, I'm a fan, but the ratio of satisfying boob was just terrible.
Okay, off with that one. Another call. Please, God, let this one be sane. Aha, here we go. We've got Caleb Manning from Bournemouth University.
Oh God, a student!
Oi! Go ahead, Caleb, my man. You're on the air.
Yeah, I'm in my final year of scriptwriting at university. Really looking forward to getting stuck into writing in the industry. How should I go about finding employment?
Okay, great question. So guys, what should Caleb do to get himself on the right track?
What the hell's a scriptwriter?
They come up with the ideas, design the characters, put the structure of the story together, write the scene descriptions, actions, dialogue to budget and deadlines across radio, theatre, and the screen. Then, as if that wasn't enough, they also have to research, pitch, and sell it to people like us.
Useless, then.
Oh my God.
I'll take this one. So, Caleb, you're a new writer without an agent to get a producer, and without a producer to get an agent, and you have no previous broadcast credits?
Yeah?
Then fuck off and die, you've got no chance.
What the hell are you doing?
Well, that is the industry, Mark.
You know what, Caleb? I'm going to let you go on this call. I think you're too good for these swinging dicks, but keep listening in. I think we've taken as much as we can from these guys. Okay, you guys, seriously, you go to these places of education, encourage them to join the industry at what's supposed to be an exciting, pivotal time of media innovation, and then you turn around and ignore them the second they knock on your door. I think it's time for me to say something. I was at the London Screenwriters Festival last October, where I learned that Hollywood profits are actually down by 20%, the worst it's been since 9/11. A new world record was actually just set for the most amount of writers like Caleb on a film called 50 Kisses. In addition to this, more and more content creators are making their own projects come alive with the power of crowdfunding. I mean, there's also a massive boom of YouTube channels like BuzzFeed and Machinima, which are working together with these guys to blow you out of the water. You got to stop paying attention. They're racking up millions of views. I'm also guessing none of you caught Kevin Spacey's speech at the Edinburgh International Television Festival saying that TV broadcasters should be giving its control to the viewers to stay competitive.
Kevin Spacey's one of ours. He'd never do such a thing.
Mr. House of Cards. Pah!
Mr. House of Cards is one of many who have helped shoot Netflix well on track to surpassing the profits of Disney in the next 15 years. In the last quarter, they had over 14.4 million additional subscribers.
No. Facts. Figures. It's all too much.
Whatever. Okay. Well, we're out of time. Thank you for tuning in. We've learned, well, nothing today. I mean, quite literally, nothing. I've been Mark Fielding for Media Wars, telling you to keep fighting the good fight. Thank you and good night.
I don't get it. Is Alec Guinness still alive then, or what?